If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. If you belong to the world, it would love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you. Remember what I told you. A servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you also. If they obeyed my teaching, they will obey yours also. They will treat you this way because of my name, for they do not know the one who sent me. If I had not come and spoken to them, they would not be guilty of sin. But now they have no excuse for their sin. Whoever hates me hates my Father as well. If I had not done among them the works no one else did, they would not be guilty of sin. As it is, they have seen and yet have hated both me and my Father. But this is to fulfill what was written in their law. They hated me without reason. And so what I'm talking about is that parasite. And the way that I take that or interpret it is that parasite that basically you show someone process, love, light, expansion, and potential, and it hates it. And that's why you'll see a lot of great, incredible people get murdered. We've seen that. The idea of Judas in the Bible doing betrayal, you'll see that. You'll see people that are trying to do great things be brutally betrayed because maybe you're creating a movement, some beautiful movement, and then people try to be a part of that just to get money and for the wrong reasons, and they do betrayal. These are all metaphors for things that happen that are very, very powerful that we learn in Scripture. And you can read this in a different light. I've tried to show you how I read it and give you a little bit of, my interpretation of those things. And you have to go a little bit deeper when you read it. You can't just read this and view it as a story. You have to spend time with it, and you have to let it take root. It's like it really only starts to take root and starts to come together for you with time. Okay, like I told you I watched Sam Vaknin's whole channel. That didn't even start to really take root for about a year. I had to watch it for about a year for me to understand what he's saying. It's the same thing with the Bible. The same thing with a lot of things that we're talking about here. It takes time to let this marinate if you resonate with it. It just takes time. And over time, it starts to marinate and it takes root and it blossoms for you and it matures and it ripens. And what I've seen is to where